You may bring in a bit. Okay. All right. So I just want to say a few things before we start. So we've started, but let me just say a few things. Please, it's important. All right. Very important. These three things, and they are very important. First of all, for your future, because of the how sensitive it is and how life, for a man too, but particularly for a woman, a man might be in control of the relationship, but for a woman, particularly because you are going under authority, it is very, very important who you get married to will shape the future of your life. Now, so I advise people, this is just before I start an advice here. What prayer does is that even things that you don't know and you don't understand, God causes your lines to fall in pleasant places. So form yourselves or form a group of your friends, maybe 3, 4 of you, and put it to God in prayer. Somebody said this way. He said, pray about something until every fear that you have within you about that thing disappears, and you know it can't go wrong. So get with a group of friends and begin to pray about that particular issue, which means that it's not when, circumstances start evolving, you start praying. Pray, all right, long before it happens. The reason why Old Testament prophets sometimes were very accurate was that they prophesied about things, not when those things were happening or when people were emotionally involved. They prophesied about those things years before, hundreds of years before, all right? So there was no emotional connection to their prophetic utterances. When you start prophesying in the midst of something, then emotions get involved and it can contaminate what you're doing. So that's the first thing. First thing is commit, all right, regardless of the principles you learn, commit to prayer and start praying about it. I always think about this. When we were young, we just got saved, and there was somebody who I knew in the church. The church was very small then, and the pastor used to ask somebody to preach. Just on a Sunday before he comes to preach, just come up and share, and he will give them the service to share. And there was this young lady I knew then who was my sister's friend. And she was so deeply spiritual that she was the first young person he allowed to share in the church. We went to the same university, so we're in the same campus fellowship. She was leading worship. You could see clearly that this girl had something carrying on her life. But she married somebody who didn't have that orientation at all. I don't even think he was born again. And everything disappeared.